Whew, that's a lot. Should I continue investing in Chia? Mining? Not even profitable, it would be a minus. So as we can see, in 1 year we can earn $340. Now, I have made a small calculation on return on investment and we have 12%. Now, how did I calculate this? This is the formula I have used for the ROI calculations. As you can see, I took all the value, the final value after 1 year, and for the final value, I took all my costs for the equipment minus 10% of that, because if I would like to sell it for the second hand, of course I would not be able to sell it for the same price. Even I'm not sure even for the 10% less if I would be able to sell it or not, but well, you never know. If Chia would go up or some other cryptocurrencies with HDD mining, which with hard disk mining would go up, hard disk prices might soar up like a graphic card prices, and then of course I think I should be able to sell it for the same price. But in normal conditions, most likely I will not be able to sell it for the same time, for the same price. I'm not even sure about 10%. I think it might be even 20%. I would need to sell them with a 20% discount, most likely after 1 year. But okay, for this calculation I took like my initial investment as 10% less. Then we have like initial value, so obviously that's the price I have paid, and then we have everything divided by the same initial value. So if we go back to the Excel, here I can show you the formula. It's quite simple, 10% discount. Okay, let's make it 20% discount for the value after 1 year if I would want to sell it. That's not a lot. I liked that 12% much more than these 2%. That's a big difference. If I would sell my hard drive with 10% discount, I would have quite a nice return on investment. If I have to make a 20% discount, only 3% of the revenue. That's like nothing actually. Not so good, not so good. So yeah, we can see that 10% makes a huge difference. It's between 2 and 10% of the initial value for the hard disks. Let's make it in the middle, let's make it 15% discount if I would want to sell everything out after 1 year. So in that case, we would get 7% of return on investment with the same Chia price. Now, what would happen if the price would go down to $100 by after 1 year? Let's see. So if a price is now 154, let's make it 100. And we can see that we are in deep shit. We have minus 18%. So if a price would go down to the lows of around 100, everything would go down to the minus. Not even profitable, it would be a minus. So I have to check on the prices, but I hope this will not happen. Of course. It depends, everything depends on when you will sell your Chia or any other cryptocurrency. If you remember, Ethereum price around 2 years ago at one point costed less than $100. And the people who were mining, who were not selling their Ethereum at that time and waited until now when the price is $4,000, of course they won. But at that time, I think they were cutting their nails with their teeth, looking at that price, because it did not cover the electricity. So that was hard times. The same might be with the Chia. Now the price is, I would say, almost at the bottom of the profitability, but if it goes up, everything should be better. So let's see what would happen if the price would go up. Let's make it double. We would have a really nice returns. Let's take at the history of the price. We have 1 year chart in here, and we can see that 200 bucks, yeah, it was 200 for some time, and then it started to slowly go down. And at the beginning it was really a huge spike of the price, and now it's going down. At the moment when the price is going down, it might be cheaper to buy the coin itself than to mine it. The same case was with Ethereum. It was better to buy it when it costed less than 100 bucks, like 70 bucks. I remember, okay, let's say 100 bucks. So at that time, that's for sure, it was better, it was cheaper to buy the coin itself than to mine it. Now, no, 4,000 bucks, it's better to mine it, but the price is really hard. And it's really hard to get a graphic cards to make a rig and start mining. So that's another case, that's the issue. So that's why it's better to build your mining farm while you can buy the hard disks and other equipment for a good price. Because later on, if it goes up, you will not be able to buy it for a good prices. So this was a really good price. I'm not gonna calculate with this price because it was for a short time when the coin was released. It's more accurate to take a look around something around 300, because 300, yeah, I think it's quite possible that it will reach this amount sooner or later. Let's make around 300 bucks. That would make us 55 bucks a month and 600 bucks a year. We can see whopping 30% return on investment. Okay, actually that's not whopping, because in cryptocurrency you can get 30% by trading, by speculating in 1 day. This is in 1 year. So this is not a whopping, but a really nice return on investment, and you don't need to worry that the price will go up or will go down if you will be able to press the button on time or not in time. You just leave everything to run and it will get you 30% return on your investment. Of course, this percent would increase because now we have at the moment I don't have a lot of hard disks, and the server price, which is actually not that big, 500 bucks, but it takes a quite considerable amount of the all money I have spent. So I've spent 1,500, and the money for the server itself, it's 1/3 of the money I spend all other stuff. So once I add more hard disks, which will of course give me the revenue, because I will have more plots, which will generate me more revenue, then it will be even better. Oh yeah, and one more thing. I did not add a calculation for the electricity in here. Well, yeah, hard disks, they do not use that much of electricity, but let's say for the machine, for the working process, I think we could add like around $5 to $10 a month for the price, for the electricity price. So let's add it real quickly. Electricity, I will add it for 1 year. So let's say around 100 bucks. Let's minus that 100 bucks. We would have 500 bucks return on investment. Yes, let's use this one. We would have 22%, which is also really nice. And we would get the money we spent for the hardware in around 2 years. This is around how much of the warranty will last. Let's get back to the current price. Okay, 154. And we can see that we will need 4.5 years for the money we've spent for the hardware to get back. So 4 years is a long time. A little bit too long time, I would say, because after 4 years I'm not sure even if the hard disks will be still working, because the warranty is for 2 years, and we will be in use for those 4 years, so most likely maybe some of them will, some of them not, but I'm not sure. So the conclusion is that with the current price, it's not really profitable to mine Chia coin. Of course, like I said, if the price increase at least to $300, everything is more or less fine. We have 2 years for the hardware and we have around 20% for the return on investment, which is really nice. Return on investment is already checked. Yes, this one. Oh my god, we have 6 years. So after I included the electricity price, we got 6 years to get the money for the hard disks. Whew, that's a lot. I think we will not survive 6 years. Well, of course, you never know, but this sounds really, really bad. Should I continue investing in Chia mining? I have to think about it. The numbers are not so good with the current price. Yes, that's for sure. Return on investment is around 1%, it's more like 0. Yeah, so as we can see, with the current price is not so profitable. It's almost like go to the minus, but of course, after 1 year, if the price is like this or even lower, it's still possible to sell the hardware, hard disks, or make some server for the file storage. But it's better to sell it off because you want to get your money back, which might be hard actually, but well, we'll see how everything looks after 1 year. But for now, of course, I will leave my farm as it is, as I already started to mine. Why I'm mining? Because I want to have a passive income, a stream of passive income, and that I would not need to worry about like, wow, the price is really high, like for the Ethereum, for example. It's really expensive and I think it's overpriced actually, so I don't want to buy Ethereum at the current price. If I would be mining, that's a different story. I would say profit, 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 because I would get the same amount of Ethereum every day. Of course, in this calculation we should include that it will be harder and harder to mine the Chia, the same as with Ethereum. So that's also one big con, that with the current price you will most likely go to the minus after 1 year. But let's hope the price will increase and then we will have some profits. And once the price increases, we will have some rigs, some mining pool that will be mining at the time and we can just count the money. Let's hope the best. So I hope this was useful. Hit that like button if you like this video, dislike if you don't like it, but let me know what you don't like it, and see you next time. Cheers! Also, I will share this Excel file with my patrons, so you would not need to make it by yourself. See you. I am back. Okay. It's recording and that's good. Where did I finish? I don't remember. I don't remember where I finished.